So this is a video about drawing quadratic functions. Quadratic functions are, if you like, they can be called x squared functions, and they look like this here. They can either be kind of U-shaped, which I call them happy curves actually, or if you like, maybe N-shaped, which I call sad curves. How can you distinguish them by looking at them? You can tell it's going to be quadratic if the highest power there is x squared. So examples here, x squared minus 6x plus 5. The number in front of x squared here is plus 1. Therefore, if you drew that, it would look like this, which I call a happy curve. If the number in front of the x squared is negative, so it could be, in this case, minus 1, it could be minus 2, it could be minus 3, you get a sad-based curve. The shape that you should get is something called a parabola. And you've made a mistake if when you're graphing the curve, it doesn't turn into a nice, or graphing the quadratic function, if it's not a nice smooth curve, then something's gone wrong somewhere. Now, for drawing quadratic functions, it's more or less the same as drawing linear functions, except in this case you do have to work out every value in the domain from -1 to 4, as in every integer, I should say, like -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, to find out exactly where they go. And so here, there's the domain again. There's your domain values. They go over here in the input value section. This is the bit you're interested in from the fancy notation about the function. So you're going to square the input and subtract 4 times the input. So you can do all your calculations there, and the output values then here. So you're going to plot the values here, -1, 5, 0, sub it in there, and you get 0. Sub in 1 into x squared minus 4x, you end up with -3. So the points you end up plotting is x is -1, y is 5, then plot the point 0, 0, 1, -3, and so on. And here's an example of what your graph should look like. Now, on the calculator, so what do we call that guy there? That was x squared minus 4x. How do you type that in? So again, let's go back to maybe your calculator. Typically is on your normal calculator screen. You want to put in a table. So we hit menu, and on this fancy calculator here, it's 3. Now to type in x squared minus 4x, again I go alpha x to type in x, hit the x squared button, and then I want to -4x, so that's alpha x again. I press equal to, I want to start at negative, oh sorry, I don't have a g of x function. I want to start at -1, and I want to end at 4, was it, or 5? 4 actually. So I want to end at 4. Press equal to, press 4, stepping up 1 is fine, and there are my values, table of values right there, and I can scroll up and down through that table and I get them listed off. So if you're using your calculator, you actually just have to use x and y. So make sure you write that table down in the state exam question, the table of values that you got, and then go and plot them on the graph. I should turn it like that there, and afterwards you can check them on desmos.com again, which is this guy here. Just going to type it in there. You go in here, start graphing, and just type it in. Let's say, I can't even remember that one was there, but y equals x. Get the keyboard here. You want squared. I'm just going to go with x squared minus 4x. I can't even remember what it was. -4x. And it draws it for you there, just to check your answers. Okay, so go to desmos.com. You can check if your answers are correct, because I want you to do for me the following. I have a little worksheet there, so there's an example here, and I want you for, I guess, Monday or Tuesday to have a go at drawing those 4 graphs. And that is that. Do get on to me if you are having any difficulty with it, and I'll do some further examples. Okay.